A leading BBC executive praised the reporter who broke the news of a police raid on Sir Cliff Richard's house, the High Court heard on Thursday. Fran Unsworth, who this year became the BBC's Director of News and Current Affairs, sent the message to the reporter Dan Johnson after the broadcast's coverage of the police search, the court was told. It was an excellent piece of work, she told the reporter, according to messages read out at the High Court. It was a very good piece of journalism. Unsworth was Deputy Director of BBC News and Current Affairs at the time of the search of the singer's property in August 2014. She is now responsible for all of the corporation's news output. Richard is suing the BBC over its coverage of the South Yorkshire police raid at his home in Berkshire and wants damages at the top end of the scale. He said the broadcaster had broken his right to privacy with its coverage of the raid, which included flying a helicopter over his home to film officers searching the apartment. No charges were brought following the police investigation, which was prompted by an accusation of historic sexual assault dating to 1985. Johnson was giving evidence for a second day in the trial, having previously described how he stumbled across the story by chance following a meeting with an anonymous contact. He defended the BBC's right to report the story and said it had not been about the singer being guilty, but about his being investigated. The story was that he was being investigated, that the police were searching his flat, Johnson told the court. Of course it could be damaging, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a right to report that, a right to tell people what the police are doing. Johnson insisted that South Yorkshire police had readily provided him with details of the raid. The information flowed without me needing to put any pressure on anyone, he said, claiming that one officer had even joked about potentially arresting Richard during the Wimbledon tennis tournament. The reporter said he was aware of potential privacy issues but insisted that people higher up were responsible for making the ultimate decision about what to report at the BBC. Of course I am aware there are privacy issues around the story. I knew they were being taken into consideration by editors.